teams find ways to win when everything negative is staring them in the face, when everything is going wrong, when you feel like that you're down and out and nothing over the last couple of weeks. You have your fan base coming in on you, coming at you a little bit, calling your head coach, Jay Johnson, a spitting image of Ed Orgeron, and all of a sudden a team like we talked about on fucking Thursday morning, a team, a pit bull, literally a tiger, a wounded tiger in a corner that cannot back down. All that they got to do is fight. And in the bottom of the ninth, the guy that everybody on Twitter and social media was talking about, oh, we got to talk about Barry Jones, he's in a slump. 3-3 game, runners on first and third, and he sends that bitch to the fucking house. That is what elite teams do. You got to continue to respond. You got 2 more games. We'll break the game down tonight. Holy moly. That is what elite teams do. There was a lot of shade thrown their way this week, a lot of shade. And if you were on this show on Thursday morning, a lot of you were in here. I know for a fact over 15,000 of you listened to the show on Thursday. So here's one thing that I know. You heard about the defensive errors that Tennessee will have. It manifested itself in the ninth. When you put the ball in play, when you make them make the big plays, when you make them make the big plays, they have shown all year that their booty hole will get so tight, Pauls, that you couldn't fit a squeezed BB in it. Now you got life. When you go on runs, when you go on postseason runs, you need some luck. You need some luck. This is not the first time that Tennessee has literally fumbled the ball around and lost a series because of it. You got 2 more games. Let's talk about tonight. We got a lot of comments in here. Whoo! Public service announcement. Don't throw shit from the stands. Don't throw shit from the stands. I don't know what was thrown, but don't throw anything. Nevertheless, we're live. Everybody do us a favor. Hit the like and share to all those groups. If you're on Facebook and to all those social media pages, you're watching us, listening to us on YouTube. Like, subscribe, notification bell, wherever you listen to podcasts, rate, review, and subscribe. Every post-game show brought to you by our good friends over at betonline.ag. You can use that promo code BELIEVE50. That's BELIEVE50 at checkout. You'll receive a 50% off welcome bonus on your first deposit. And our good friends over at Grand Slam Heating and Air, good to get to, getgrandslamair.com. That's getgrandslamair.com. Guys, summer is fast approaching. You know it. Bear Jones might have hit one of your air conditioning units outside of Baton Rouge. From Baton Rouge to Covington to Mandeville to Slidell, our good friends over at Grand Slam Heating and Air will get you taken care of today. And our good friends over at SilverStalk Digital Media, our very wonderful partnership with our good friends over at SilverStalk. I know that Justin was watching the game tonight, but if you need real leads, smart systems, and real growth, get a marketing system that works for you today. ServerStalk.io. That's ServerStalk.io to get those right leads. You came into tonight, and I see the Super Chats. Yes, you know what it is. We got Frank Castle in here with a $50 Super Chat. Let's go ahead and read that one. But if you want comments read, we got a couple of them already in here. We have 3. We will get to Super Chats. You send a $50 when we stop the show and we talk about it. But Frank Castle says, wow, now that's a mother bleeping fight against quality competition I've been waiting for all season. I disagreed with your take, Blake. This win was vital, in my opinion, to winning the series. But here we are. Wow, just wow. So on Frank Castle's point, Frank, thank you for acknowledging that. I will admit where I'm wrong. Frank came in here and was like, hey, Blake, I didn't agree with you. Tonight they transformed. Guys, this is baseball, man. This is baseball. And the truth of it is, now listen, you got 2 more games. You cannot let up here. You still have 2 more games. You got a series to win. You got a whole lot more ahead of you. Tonight does not win or validate or solidify anything to you. What it does validate, Frank, and solidify to you is you can do it. You can do it. Last year, these teams, these type of teams, whipped your ass. And then you went in against Auburn and you lost. And then you lost this series to the best team in the SEC right now in Texas. And you're like, oh, man, we're better, but we can't get over the hump. We can't win one of these games. Guys, you got swept by Tennessee a year ago, the national champion. And you're a run from beating them in the SEC championship game. Now you're down a run for all game. It manifests itself. It snowballs until you just need one good thing to happen. One good thing to happen. As an example, as Frank, you talked about the take. Well, here was the take in case you missed it. On Thursday, my take was, guys, you got to find ways to put the ball in play. It might not be pretty. You might even have to at sometimes play a little bit of small ball here. If you put the ball in play, Tennessee, who's one of the worst teams defensively in the SEC, they will fumble the bag. It was a main talking point on Tuesday morning. So in that, when did you do that? You did it a couple sporadically here and there against Liam Doyle, but quite honestly, guys, tip of the cap to him and tip of the cap to Cade Anderson. They shoved tonight. Both of them absolutely positively shoved. Great game. Great game. They shoved. But you could not put the ball in play. Guys, they have been like this all year in the sense, if you can tell I'm losing my voice, I literally screamed at the TV. I threw my notebook. I tossed that son of a bitch. The handy-dandy notebook that goes everywhere with us. This team can do it. They have the ability to do it. They have the talent to do it. And tonight, guys, they score 6 runs in the last frame to do it. Absolutely fantastic. And listen, I mean, we could break the game down, Frank, and we could go through innings 1 through 8, really, and talk about how offensively you got dominated by probably the best pitcher in college baseball in Liam Doyle. On the flip side of that, a very good lineup in Tennessee got absolutely abused by Cade Anderson. Because you saw the statistic tonight. They lead the country in home runs. They're on pace to break the 1998 record. They're not going to do that because that team just went nuclear there at the end. But again, this team smashes the baseball. And other than a couple of line drive base hits into the gap, I mean, only a handful of baseballs were squared up. I mean, they scored 3 on you, and I get it, but 2 of them came off of a wild pitch that the next one was a ground ball into a situation where you had shifted a guy out of the normal position. They didn't really dominate you. They did not do a lot against you either. You were in a bad place at the wrong time in a wild pitch that got past the catcher, advanced a runner, and it was going to beat you. That was going to beat you. This team, man, this team, they went toe-to-toe with one of the best teams in the country. Guys, tonight was a super regional. Tonight is a super regional. And they overcame. They overcame. Let's get to a couple more of these super chats, and we'll get to the game. Randy Jones says, Blake, did you see that rant I believe did they see the rant that you went on? Randy, I don't know. I hope so from Thursday. I hope so. Jay Roberts says, cheers to you at 2 a.m. doing a show. Yeah, I mean, there's literally 1,712 of you in here right now at 1:37 a.m. But cheers to you to do a 2 a.m. show. That ball went 500 feet. Bear Jones is back. Here's a public service announcement to now 1,753 of you that are in here. We will be at the game tomorrow. I am breaking my one rule. You know what happens when we go to games. But I am breaking my one rule. Thank you so much. It's greatly appreciated. Randy Jones also with a $10 super chat says, I went on a rant. Oh, okay, I went on a rant earlier this week. How you cannot believe in the greatest program in all of college sports. How many other teams have 7 natties since 1991, baseball or basketball? Randy, send it to me. No, I didn't see it. But here's what I would add on to whatever you said, Randy. I apologize for not seeing it. The biggest thing here, Randy, is that you have a team that is, you get a win like this, guys, you're 1 win away. And, man, I'm telling you, I feel really good about tomorrow. I feel really good. I think you can win that one too. I really, really do. You win this series, and then you win. I mean, so much momentum is built up for you here. So much. But what a hell of a win. What an outright hell of a win. All right. Everybody do us a favor, hit the like and share. Do us a favor, too. If you want to, you can. You don't have to if you don't want to. I'm sure we'll still get to some comments here. But if you want your comment read for 100% certainty, you can send in those super chats. Guys, I mean, look, it is 1:39 in the morning, so I'm not going to break down every inning like we normally do on these postgame shows. But I thought it was for 8 innings of this, it was an outright pitcher's duel. Kane Anderson came out throwing outright cheese. Guys, the first 3 fastballs that he had, 96, 96, and 97 miles an hour, it would lead to a walk for Curley. He gets a fly out, but back-to-back strikeouts. He comes back into the second. That's where he kind of got into a little bit of trouble. Bases were loaded. He gave up 2 line drive singles, both to right field. Okay, he gives up a walk, but he gets a fielder's choice with a strikeout and a fly out to Danny Dickinson, and he's out of that inning. You go into the bottom of the third. This is where Kane Anderson, when he bails himself out of a bases loaded jam, he goes 1-2-3, 1-2-3, 1-2-3 in the third, fourth, and fifth inning. So you have a situation, and both of them, Kate Anderson and Liam Doyle, are absolutely dominating tonight. Guys, this is one of the better pitching performances that you've seen. In reference to LSU, pitcher versus pitcher duel, since Paul Skeens versus Rhett Lauder, I debated this during the game in my head mentally. I don't know if I've personally seen, not saying that there hasn't been one in college baseball, because I'm sure that there has been. In a high tense situation, I don't know if I remember a game being 1-0, 0-0, and you have 2 guys that will be drafted in the first round duking it out. I don't remember performances like that, really. But what a hell of a showing from the both of them. I mean, that was an outright duel. I mean, guys, both of those dudes are going to hear their name called in July in the first round. Both of them. Absolutely filthy. And look, Cade, for what it's worth, I thought there were moments and times that Cade outdueled Liam Doyle. I mean, like the third, fourth, and fifth inning. He got 2 strikeouts swinging in the third to Kylan and Fisher, 2 of the best hitters in the SEC. Guys, one's hitting 350, the other's hitting 412. Or no, Fisher's hitting was hitting 315. But Kylan was hitting 412 coming into the series. And by the way, he went 2 for 4 tonight. And the top of the fourth, he gets Bargo, Chapman, and Peebles. Gets two of the 3 to strike out. Guys, he's got 4 strikeouts in 2 innings. Absolutely sick. And then the top of the fifth, he goes in order again. Antigua, Abernathy, and Curley. You get Abernathy to K and then 2 flyouts, and you're out of the inning. By the way, 2 of those innings, 2 of them were 9-pitch innings. Without his performance tonight and keeping that game close, guys, you're not winning it. You're just not winning it. And listen, you're not winning it without Jacob Myers either, really. I mean, look, Myers came in and got a ground ball. I mean, I understand the RBI double that he gave up, but I mean, he got you a couple of crucial outs. Cowan getting the ground ball, the ground ball RBI. I mean, that's not that runs on Anderson, but he gets a fly out and then gets a bloop into the 6 hole and then gets a strikeout. So even them, they gave up 1, 2. They gave up 2 hits. I mean, like, guys, that's not bad. It's not bad at all. But an outright pitcher's duel. Here's what I'll say. To any Tennessee fan who may be listening, I don't know if you are or not, but it doesn't really matter. Guys, sometimes in baseball, especially tonight, you got to tip your cap to Liam Doyle. He's a really good pitcher, man. He is fantastic. And I don't think that there's anything wrong in saying that. I mean, I still believe in my heart of hearts, I still believe that you're one of the better lineups in all of college baseball. I really do believe that. And guys, he shut you down. He shut you down. And for what it's worth, guys, a lot of times and sometimes you just got to tip your cap and you got to keep battling. I will say this about our approach to Liam Doyle tonight. I didn't like it at all. I thought it was for a lack of better terms, I thought it was the wrong approach. I felt like you were trying to kill everything about a guy who's been shown. Even tonight, I thought that the umpire behind the plate was awful. God, he was so bad. He was so bad. But even then, like, you need to try to put the ball in play. Like, for me, and we talked about this a lot on Thursday, for me, you cannot watch Tennessee and tell me that you don't know that putting the ball in play on them with all of the mental mistakes and all of the physical mistakes that they've made in the field, that if you just don't try to put the ball in play, that instead of swinging for the bleachers, that you can make something happen. Like the Milam at bat in the later part of the game, it was a horrible AB. The neither pitch that he swung at was in the strike zone. Neither one of them. But against Doyle, I mean, some of these you did put in play. Like, I'll give you this. Through the first 14, 15 batters tonight, I mean, you had he had 5 of the 15. That's still a lot of strikeouts. But all the rest you kind of did put in play, but you had walks, but you had great weak ground balls. I mean, like, one was a dribbler to Liam Doyle himself. So you got a 1-3 put out. You got a fly out into center field twice. You have a walk, another weak ground ball to shortstop. So you put some of them in play, but you put nothing hard in play. I thought Danny Dickinson's approach is probably the best tonight for what it's worth on him. Guys, even if I disagree with the approach of what they were trying to do, it doesn't really matter because that dude's really good. He's a special talent, and it's good to get a win on him. And it's good to know that you as a team can get a win on them for sure, and a win on him. Just got to hope that Cade Anderson's there as well. All right, let's not mince words here. Let's get to after Liam Doyle and Cade Anderson got out. I mean, look, I thought that you had, after Liam Doyle came out, after walking Jake Brown, you had a line drive single in the left field by Josh Pearson. Because the truth is that you kind of started coming around offensively a little bit once Liam Doyle got out of the game. The very next batter that came up to the plate in the pitch hit form of Josh Pearson, you got a line drive single, and you hit a lot of balls hard. So as soon as arguably the best pitcher in the country goes out, is when you started touching some things. So you have once the lineup's turned over and you got a new guy on the mound, you get a line drive single, a fly out into or to left field by Ashton Larson. You got a bloop single, a fly out, and then a fielder's choice along with Jared Jones striking out. So ever since Liam Doyle went out of the game, you're already through the first time of the lineup seeing a new arm. You're touching him a lot more and a lot better than what you were against him. You go into the ninth and you get 2 ground balls that errors are committed on. And the luck of the draw benefited in you. And you needed some luck. You did need some luck. Let's call it what it is. I don't know if I put hard hit balls into the field of play luck in one sense. Guys, they've done this against everybody. So it's not like this is the first time that they've wee-weed down their leg late in innings, Texas A&M, where they've wee-weed down their legs. Loss against Ole Miss last weekend versus Kentucky, that balls get put in play and they're not able to. They're a lot like you in some instances in the middle of the year, a couple of years ago, and even last year, where ball hit the shortstop. I mean, I love Mikey Braswell to death, but sometimes it would really backfire on you. But you put 2 balls in play, and they should have gone 1, 2, 3 with Fry, Milam, and Jake Brown, but they don't. And sometimes you need a little bit of luck. Are we going to act like that Tennessee didn't get a little bit of luck tonight in some of the things that they did? I feel like they did. But you have 2 errors with Fry and Brown, and then Tanner Reeves, who had a really good at-bat, walked. And I gotta say it. Bases were juiced, 1 out, and Dalton Beck, who's going to get his second SEC plate appearance, is up. And I tweeted this. I did not understand putting Dalton Beck in that situation. I didn't. And it's so crazy that the analogy for Jay Johnson this week that blew up was about him being compared to Ed Orgeron. And he goes to a guy in his second at-bat in the SEC with the bases loaded and 1 out. And he gets a line drive single right back up the middle to blow this son of a bitch wide open. 2 things about that. Number 1, Jay did that last week. Last Thursday in game 1, Jay pushed the right button to win you a baseball game. He pushed the right button, and Ashton Larson hit a nuke that won you a ball game. And then tonight, he does it again in a game 1 situation. He does it again in a game 1 situation. And Dalton Beck comes up and gets a line drive single right back up the middle, and you're down 3-2. Beautiful. Beautiful. Chef's kiss. Guys, Jay Johnson deserves a lot of praise on that one. A lot. Because you got to know your personnel. You got to know the guy on the mound. You got to know that someone that will have ice in their veins to come through for you. A guy that you went to the portal to get, by the way. This isn't like that some guy that's been here for a long time, a guy that came off the bench who had 16 home runs in the Southland Conference a year ago, can't find the starting lineup for you because there's so much talent. Hey, man, you know what? We feel like you're ready for this situation against a top 10 team in the SEC, the reigning national champion. Jay catches a lot of shit from a lot of people. He needs the outright praise for that one. The 2 RBI single into center field to bring up Chris Stanfield, and he did a fly ball into center field, and they get the second out. Runners do not advance. And then the all-electric, all-American, true freshman, Derek Curiel, with the game on the line, with what could be potentially, when this is all said and done, a top 8 national seed on the line. Derek Curiel, who's reached safe and been on base in every single game this year, squares one up in a 1-2 count and gets the ball through the infield, and we have a tie ball game. Guys, getting that young man on campus, listen, I did this when Cruz was here, and I think we're doing this a little bit with Curiel. Guys, this kid is insanely talented, dude. Insanely talented. How many times this year, whether it be Texas in game 1, right? Or whether it be against Alabama last weekend, or whether it be tonight, that Derek Curiel is going to come up to the plate in a situation where a game, tonight the game was on the line, but that you got to have a big hit and perform. Guys, this kid's special. It is a little bit beyond me, and I understand the kid needs to, mature and get stronger, and I understand a lot of the reasons why he didn't go into the draft. I get it. This kid is special. Not Dylan Cruz power type of situation, none of like that. Guys, this is Rafe. This is a left-handed Rafe Rhymes that's athletic. I'm going to text Rafe and tell him that. I'm going to tell him that. Derek Curiel is a left-handed Rafe Rhymes, but that's more athletic. And I love Rafe Rhymes to death. I love him to death. Really, I do. But he's a more athletic Rafe Rhymes. Back to ball skills is insane. Insane. That I don't think outside of tonight I've ever seen emotion on that kid's face. Ever. Absolutely fucking delivers. Absolutely, positively fucking delivers. As he gets an RBI single, ground ball into right field. And then the man of the hour. It's so funny. Last week we did a post-game show. Last week we did a post-game show, and I was like, listen, and I came out here this week and said it. A lot of people wanted to have conversations on Bear Jones. And a lot of people wanted to have conversations with Bear Jones because he's been in a little bit of a lull. It's been a little bit of a slump. The conversation that we had about Bear Jones this week was simple, is that it's hard for me to say the guy was in a slump when on Sunday he got a home run in the right center field that sparked you to get a little bit of offense going on Sunday. It was also, as we discussed, very difficult for me to come down on him and say that, look, man, that this is anything other than it just being baseball, because on Friday he got the 2 RBI double in the right center field gap to give you the lead against Alabama in game 2. I know that there's been some struggles. A lot of times with a lot of power guys, you will go through those. But it's so interesting because as soon as Jared Jones struck out in the 8th inning. See, Jones came up against Snead in the bottom of the 8th when you got a bloop single and then Curiel flied out or lined out to center field, and then Jones struck out looking. Let's go to Twitter after I say Bear Jones. My tweet was that Bear Jones strikes out. We got to have a serious conversation about Bear Jones. We got to have a serious conversation about how bad he is being at the plate. And then in the ninth, these are just people that are on Twitter. You can go see it on our tweets underneath. A 3-run home run into center field to win the game. To win the game. That's what your best hitters do, man. They come and perform. They come and perform. What a hell of a night. What a hell of a night. Does that get him going even more now that he's full in confidence? I just got sent a video of Bear Jones and the home plate umpire arguing because when he hit the home run, he's talking shit to him. Weak. Let the kid fucking celebrate. Let the kid fucking celebrate. Celebrate. Fantastic, though, man. All right, let's get to your comments. Randy Jones sends a $2 super chat. Says the rant was in the comments on your show. I'm sorry, I didn't see it. I'll go back and look. Gerald Rose says that was an unbelievable call by J-Man with Dalton Beck. This dude is making the calls at the right time over and over again, and it works. No one knows this team better than he does. No one studies the game like he does. Chef's kiss for sure. Yeah, I mean, listen. Jay got some shit this week. I mean, let's just call it. Let's just be real. He got some shit this week. And it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy to me that he can do this in back-to-back weeks. Back-to-back weeks. He can do this where he pitch hits for a guy and the guy literally performs for you and turns the game around completely. Guys, that is elite manager shit. The last time I remember a coach, and I'm in baseball, and I mean this, some of you will remember this. The last time that I remember that happening, remember Michael Morse, who played for San Francisco. He played with the Nationals, but the year that San Francisco won a World Series, he would literally only come in and pitch hit and hit bombs. And that was his whole playoff experience. The dude was like a sub 250 hitter during the season. In the World Series, he makes that move, and the dude hits the bomb, and they wind up winning. I don't know. Thumbs up, thumbs down in the chat if y'all agree with if y'all agree. If y'all remember that, because I 1,000% agree with that. Bro, there's 2,200 of y'all in here, and it's fucking 2 a.m. That's how you know that baseball is real in the bayou. That's how you know it's real. Guys, we are live right now at 2 a.m., and there's 2,207 of y'all in here. Good Lord. D23. We'll just call you that. Says the one freaking game I don't watch all season. Let's freaking go. Oh, man, you missed a hell of a game. You missed a hell of a game. Chris Phillips says send that link. Okay. I'll send him a link. He was at the game. Chris Phillips is our good luck charm. He's our good luck charm. I just sent him the link. Hopefully he's not absolutely obliterated. LSU Hyper Ninja 9 says, Blake, question, happy about the Tigers win, but what was the holdup on the questionable review? I think what Jay was arguing, see, I disagree with y'all on social media. If I'm not mistaken, if I'm not mistaken, their pitching coach went out. And if you go to the mound a second time in an at bat, I think you have to make a move. Like in an at bat, which they did do that in an at bat. He went there twice in an at bat. So in him doing that in an at bat, right? Like doing it twice in one AB is under my understanding that he's got to come out. And then here's the most egregious part of this shit. The most egregious part of this shit is that the umpire is telling Tony no, and walking him off and saying he can't do that. I'm sure Jay's going to give an explanation because Jay didn't seem pissed off. But apparently because Jay also was the first one to initiate the timeout, I guess. I don't know. I really don't know. But the umpires made it all about them tonight, if we're being real. Brian says there's a great pitching duel, awesome win. 1,000%. Listen, the truth is, look, sometimes you guys get on my ass about this. You got to tip your cap to Liam Doyle and say, good fucking shit. All right. The first time ever we have a guest on a post-game show. Good evening, Chris Phillips. Hey, hold on.
Man.
You're 2 for 2, okay, and being absolutely fantastic and coming into these situations and LSU having won. But both times.
I've never rocked the LSU though in the other time. I'm full decked out. I'm fully decked out.
You are fully decked out.
You like the hat? Look at this hat.
Sick. Very sick.
Blake, that was an epic baseball game. That was an epic baseball game, man. That's why you never leave early, man. That's why you never leave early. Bear Jones, that was probably one of the sickest pimp jobs I've ever seen in my entire life.
Did you see by the way, how many times on your show or on your platform, but our show, to your point, have we fucking talked about umpires?
Yeah, we got an umpiring problem in the SEC, man. I when you see it firsthand, it really stands out to you. It's bad. It's pretty bad.
So what did you think of the game?
I mean, there's a lot of layers to it, right? I mean, first off, the tailgating for the game was epic. There's no place. Today was like the pregame. Mikey's already texted me. Mikey Matuk, he's already texted me. He's like, get some rest. Tomorrow's the real deal.
Sources are out here saying that
that old Blake Ruffino.
So that's what sources are
going to step out. Going to put his drinking shoes on.
Hey man,
Blake, I'll take the keys to that condo whenever you're ready.
Well, tell the people they I don't know if they remember, but you have had walk-offs.
Yeah, I 2 games I've attended. One, Ole Miss last football season, rushed the field. If I could have rushed the field tonight, I mean, that was a rushable field kind of game.
Dude,
So,
both pitchers absolutely shoved.
Dude, they were both electric. The only thing I would say with, and I mean maybe Tennessee could say this, but not really, because like they didn't knock Cade around, but like they scratched out some hits. I mean, I think the only thing you're disappointed with LSU is just, and you can tell, like, I lost my voice only on the walk-off because I was just losing my absolute mind. I mean, the only thing with LSU is like there's a lot of pop-ups. It's like you're not a home run hitting club. That's not who you are. You know, like put the ball in play, like make them work a little bit. And when you did, like I heard you talk, they booted it around. Like they did.
Chris, that's been their shit all year long.
Hit it hard in play and see what happens. And when
hey,
LSU
you said it today on with Mikey and them. You put the ball in play, they're going to fumble it around.
Yeah, that's like the only thing you're critical of. I mean, listen, Liam was on, Cade was on. That's the kind of game you knew it was going to be, and you knew if both guys were on their shit, and they were, you know, we'd probably get a game nothing into the sixth, and we did. So that's Friday night in the SEC. But I tell you, man, and I'm already forgetting his name, but the kid that came in hitting 167 in the bottom of the ninth.
Dalton Beck. That's his second SEC at bat all year.
Player of the game. That's the player of the game. I know Bear hits the walk-off. I know that other guys came after, and, you know, obviously Derek Curiel had the big knock. But that was the at-bat of the game. I mean, it's just, man, we like, here's the thing, Blake. We can talk about Jay Johnson and Tony Vitello and all, but like, I mean, at some point, man, you can recruit, you can scout, you can portal, but like, you put a guy in a game, he's just got to step up and make a swing. Like, you just have to. You put a guy in a game, he's got to make a pitch. Like, it's on them, right? Like, we forget it's on the players. It is on the players.
Right.
And, like, that kid, the stats would have told you or whatever would have told you. And, like, you give credit to Jay for, like, putting him in that moment. I'm sure there's a scouting report that went into it. And, like, but, man – That stuff legends are made of, dude. That's
well, here's the thing for me, Chris. It's not just tonight that Jay went to his bench and then someone went stupid. Larson last week won game 1 by hitting the home run. Okay. And they basically won the game off of that. And then he goes to his bench again. But you know who never did that shit? You know who never called on a 167 hitter to get a 2 RBI single in the 9th inning? Ed Orgeron.
Let's not go there. Let's not go there. That was a Les Miles eating grass kind of move.
What a fuck, dude! What a it's 2 a.m. We can just talk any kinds of shit. I mean, come on.
Listen. That Curiel at bat. I was sitting there. I was like, all right, if you're going to be compared to Dylan Cruz gets a knock right here,
and he did.
Right. So
we got to talk about him a little bit too.
Listen, here's the thing. I will say this, and like, I'll go ahead and say right now, Blake, and like, by the way, I forgot I had LSU money line, by the way, to think that I won that bet.
Hell yeah.
To think that I won that bet is just crazy. But I will say this. I don't know how Tennessee picks themselves up off the mat and walks into this place tomorrow night and wins. I don't know how they do.
Hey, and tomorrow
if they do, you tip your cap. And like,
correct.
If they did, would I be like totally? I mean, it's Tony Vitello's club. I'm sure they will respond correctly, but like, fuck, man, like it's gonna be twice as rowdy. Like,
well, I mean, that's what I was about to say.
It wasn't even packed because of the rain delay.
Well, that's what. Well, I already checked the weather for tomorrow. 0% across the board all day.
It is going to be a football game day tomorrow.
It is.
My liver is crying for help right now. Right now. But I am going to have crawfish. For those that are wondering, just if you're not in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, the vibes, the tailgate. One tailgate alone where we were at in pregame is talking about they are going to be boiling 150 pounds of crawfish at one singular tailgate. I mean, you know what? I mean, I was thinking pregame, and what more do you need? I mean, it's just
they're gonna be because they're gonna be starting at 12. They're gonna be lubed up and ready to go. The place is gonna be even.
Here it is, right here. Yeah,
I mean, and here's the thing, Chris. What was the first couple of innings? I mean, it got quiet because Doyle was shoving, right? And then look, I mean, it was chippy out there when it first kicked off too.
Yeah, no, it was. I mean, listen, both guys shoved. Doyle's a real.
Without a doubt.
Doyle is a real dude. I actually thought Doyle tonight. You didn't see like the antics from him. I thought he was very businesslike, to be honest.
Yeah, he was. Why do you think that? Why do you think he was like that? Do you think it's just because the opponent?
I think he hears the chatter. I mean, I think that I'm sure he's working on that within himself. You can't. I mean, listen, guys. I mean, they see everything we talk about, and they see everything we see.
Right.
And, I mean, I think he probably understands being a little more even keel is going to be work in his favor. So guys can evolve as we go throughout the season. I'm not that he's going to lose his edge, but he understands that like, hey, I need to not lose myself in the moment. And again, I heard you talking like, again, Caden Anderson respond. Like Caden Anderson was very, very good against a really good lineup. But this is, I mean, Blake, like, I mean, the best teams make you work for 27 outs. It's all 20. You got to get all 27. And I mean, they had Nate Snead in. That's a dude, man. He's out there pumping 97, 98. Like, that's a dude. So, but they make you work for all 27. So
they do.
And that's what LSU did. And, it was poetic with Bear coming up. And I mean, that ball still hasn't landed yet. That was insane. That was one of the greatest videos.
Oh.
That was, I mean, Blake, that video I got a Bear Jones home run.
I hadn't been able to really watch it because we went live right after. I saw it. I retweeted it.
I called you Bear. Blake, you have to listen to the audio because I'm just like, I was amazed by the home run, but I keep chanting, he pimped that shit. Oh, my God. He pimped that shit. Dude, he watched it for so long.
Hey, did you see him arguing with the umpire?
A tee shot, and he's like admiring that tee shot.
Did you see him and the umpire arguing with him?
I was like, dude, the umpire.
You can't do that in that situation. You got to let him go.
You're making it all about you, man. Like,
right.
Dude, it's a walk off, bro. Come on,
right.
Come on.
Let me. By the way, I don't know if I've ever been live at 2:15 in the morning, brother. There's
25,
23:50 on a Friday night. Or Saturday morning.
Louisiana Saturday night.
I know. Well, look, dude, I know you're probably exhausted. I know you said Sin Link. I'll stay with you here all night. I know
the adrenaline of that was just crazy, man. That was, and I mean, dude, I posted that clip. I posted my phone. I got it on the vlog too. I haven't even posted the 4K video of it, so I'm about to watch that and probably get it out tomorrow. I mean, that was. Dude, and I'll tell you, I don't want to take credit for it, Blake, but bottom of the ninth, we went backwards rally cap, switch the Zen from right cheek to left cheek. That's all it takes.
Oh, you bet. Oh, buddy.
Hey, Mike, listen. We go to walk-ons pregame. Okay, this is post road daiquiri, drive-through daiquiri.
Okay.
Get the Death Valley drink. Very large 32-ounce vodka drink. I see Mikey. We go to the tailgate. Rain delay for 2 hours. We're tailgating, having a blast. Link up with Mikey Matuk in the stadium. I'm like, yo, let me get a little pillow. It really says this is the rally pillow. Rally pillow. So we get to the bottom of the sixth. I'm like, all right, I'm putting it in. We get to the bottom of the ninth, switch cheeks. And then the cheeks get clapped.
Hey, man, that's what happens when you start. You mean, you lean on one cheek. You
we played with some voodoo. We played with some voodoo.
Yeah. Hey, man, I've got to be honest. That's professional cheek clapping by you.
Yeah. Cheeks were rearranged in all kinds of ways, man. It was just that was a crazy like as crazy a regular season baseball game as I've ever seen. I mean, ninth inning, that was Alex Box after dark, really, truly. That's what
it
that
really was.
It
Yeah,
really,
I mean, well, and here's the thing, man. You can take that shit now, run with it. You got to get one more. Get one more. That's it. Get one more.
The momentum of that game is just, I think it's huge. I mean, I think, having a guy like Cade on Friday, like I think it beyond this series, like what it does for a guy like Anthony Ianson, where it's like when you have those aces, like you're competing with each other in the pitching staff. So like Ianson's going to want to go out, spin a gem better than his, and like it just iron sharpens iron. I don't think it's going to be another nothing or the game like it was tonight, but it'll be two great pitchers again. But man, like how does Tennessee pick themselves up off the mat will be fascinating to me, because that's a gut punch. I mean, from the Tennessee perspective, like you had it. I mean, LSU was dead. LSU was dead.
Hey, you play college baseball. Let me kind of throw this your way, see if I'm wrong here. It's going to be 3 a.m. by the time that they get back to the hotel, and they're not sleeping in their own bed. Right? Like, I mean, if they're going to overcome it, they got to overcome it, and it will be a massive thing for them to do it. But I mean, it's a tough situation that they're in.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I mean, it's I don't know if it would for Tennessee. It wouldn't help if the game tomorrow was like at noon. Honestly, like,
right, turn right back around.
You got to stew over that so long, like,
right. And you got to come in this place when that bitch really gets to dark,
and it's really going to be popping.
Right.
Tonight was like the appetizer.
Right. Today was the boudin balls.
Tomorrow's the crawfish etouffee.
Yeah. Tomorrow's the andouille encrusted.
Right.
Right.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So like, and
by the way, that bomb tonight had a couple hush puppies fall at that bitch too.
Bro, that bomb was just, I will dream of that home run.
Oh, I will
dream of that ass hitting that home run out of the ballpark. He used every bit of that ass to hit that ball out of the ballpark. They said estimated 452. I said 450. I thought it went. I mean, dude, it cleared the fucking batter's eye.
I know.
Cleared the batter's eye, Blake.
Dude, I didn't even know where it landed.
Tiger Stadium.
I didn't even know where it landed, because as soon as he hit it, I threw shit because I knew it was gone.
Dude, you knew. I mean, that
ass, that perfect cat. That's America's ass.
It's college baseball's ass for sure.
For sure.
I mean, yeah,
oh God,
that's stuff that'll get a season going, man. You talking about like winning an SEC, winning I don't know, man, like being a top 8 national seed. You go back to Dalton Beck's at bat, like you mentioned. Man, like what an at bat!
Right.
I just, that kid coming in, he could have rolled over, struck out. Nobody thought anything of it. What an at bat! I mean, I'll tell you this, Blake, those are the moments, like if you go on and win a national championship, we probably, most will forget about that moment. But if you're really looking for moments where it's like, that's where it turned, that's it.
Frank Castle sends us a $50 super chat here. He says, LSU just lived the Randy Marsh, quote unquote, I did not hear a bell meme.
27 outs. You play all 27. I mean, at a program like LSU, you play all 27.
The crazy thing is that you could barely get a hit, and then you get 2 errors, and then all you did was get hits. And can I say something? Tell me if you think that I'm wrong here. I'm not trying to call out Tony because I cover the other team. They did not go to the mound like at all. They had another mound visit, Okay. They didn't go to the mound after both errors. Like, they didn't have anybody warming up. And it's very rare that you say that they make a mistake, but you got to break up rhythm after Beck gets those two RBI single.
He's their guy. I mean, I wasn't surprised they weren't warming anybody up in the same way. Like, Snead's their guy. Like, I mean,
do you think that they should have sent somebody out there to at least kind of break a rhythm?
Yeah, I could see that. But I mean, it's hindsight is 2020, right? So I mean, I'm sure Tony's thinking, hey, those aren't on you. You're throwing good pitches, they're ground balls, like whatever. We're gonna let them keep rocking. But hindsight's 2020. I mean, hey, listen, I mean, Tony tried to visit the mound, they shoot him away, and it should have probably counted as a mound visit. So
the way that I understand it, we've already talked about it. Okay, hold on. The way that I understand it, you have a pitching coach that went to the mound in the at bat. When the at bat had started, he goes to the mound. Okay. Jay calls a timeout because of the bad pitch, and then Tony walks out there. But on the replay, he gets on the dirt, and then he shoos him away. The umpire does.
Right.
It's of my understanding, if either coach goes to the mound twice in at bat, regardless of who calls the timeout, he's got to be pulled.
Yeah.
I mean, am I wrong? Am I wrong there?
We have an umpiring problem. That's the problem.
We talked about that on Tuesday.
We have an officiating problem. Yeah,
we do.
We do. I mean, I agree with you. I thought he should have had to pull him. I thought Jay's little ass was going to get tossed.
You gotta go, God damn it.
I thought Jay was going to get tossed for sure.
I did too. I'm glad he didn't, and no one would have called the Beck thing.
Yeah, I mean, he kept his cool, but man, he could have lost it. But
yeah,
I'm all right. Hey, listen. LSU's up 1-0. We talked about it. You felt like now, not you're playing with house money, but you've really got the advantage.
Well,
now you hand it to Anthony Ianson. It's your turn.
Right. Well, and here's the thing. I went into this on Thursday. I thought if they were going to win the series, it came on Saturday, Sunday. Okay.
Now you're in the green.
Well, look. You saw this team up close and personal for the first time now. They're athletic as fuck. Bear Jones was base awareness away and stealing second base. They're not far off from a.
Yeah, why is Doyle going from the windup?
I don't.
Did he forget he's on first?
I think he forgot. He had retired 13 straight. He had a walk in between, but
I was like, is he just he just really doesn't think Bear Jones will run at all?
He had to have think that. But here's the thing, though, Chris. That big ass son bitch leads the team in stolen bases.
That just doesn't feel right.
No, I'm telling you, he does. I'm telling you, he does.
That just doesn't feel right.
Go look it up.
It shouldn't be correct. It should.
Chad, am I right? Chad, tell me if I'm right. I'm telling you,
wrong, but that shouldn't be correct.
Well, it's correct. That's
an athletic team that we're talking about. The
Bear Jones is big ass.
Panda Bear shouldn't lead the team in stolen bases.
I mean, he's just such a fucking gorilla.
It really, I will say it. It surprises me watching an LSU team that doesn't have the power. That does surprise me.
This is not a typical J team.
It really it doesn't feel like a typical LSU team to me. I feel like LSU hits bombs. I mean,
yeah, they're a lot different.
I mean, when I'm watching them, if I'm being totally honest, I'm like, this lineup lacks pop for sure. They lack pop. Granted, they were going against a dude tonight, but the only guy that scares me when he comes up is Bear Jones from a home run perspective. Derek Curiel's a big leaguer. He's a big leaguer. He's an all-around guy. Like, Danny Dickinson can run into one. He's a good hitter. Outside of that, man, like it's again, I haven't watched him every game, but we'll see tomorrow night. Like I'm not poo-pooing on the lineup, but like it surprises me a little bit. It really does.
Yeah.
They're not as dangerous as Tennessee's lineup. And that's, again, I'm not poo-pooing on LSU right now. I'm just saying, like,
from a power standpoint, they're not.
It surprised me. It surprised me. Like like you said, but here's the thing. It's a different kind of LSU team, but they swing it the same way. Like, if you're
their approach was really bad on Doyle.
What is your identity? If you're gonna be that station to station, small ball, why don't you do that? They didn't do that. Why is Chris Stanfield hitting pop flies? Why is Chris Stanfield not bunting every at bats?
He needs to be Willie Mays Hayes, and if he doesn't, if he pops the ball up, he's got to do push-ups.
He gets the knock. I mean, but he got fisted and it fucking pause. He got fisted, pause, and it went short right center gap. I mean, he got very lucky. So, like, I mean, it's. I think it's the LSU lineup. You guys kind of know who you are. Like, the drop and drive thing is not going to work.
Well, and look, here's the thing. I thought the ball that Bear hit out, for what it's worth, I didn't feel like he tried to kill it. If you go back and watch the swing, it looks like he's trying to take the ball into right field.
I'll say we could watch the swing if you really want to watch the swing.
I mean, we can.
No, that was just all. You can't see it, but it was.
I lied. He's not one. He's two.
It was every bit of barrel. It was just a smooth barreled out.
He's at 2. Stephen Milam now leads with 8. He's second in the team. He's second in the team with 5. Oh, I saw that.
That standing there is just outrageous. That's outrageous. But yeah. I'll tell you this, Blake. Bear needed that.
He did. Hey, Chris, I said this before you came on. All of the comments underneath when my Bear Jones strikes out in the 8th inning, do you know all the comments was like, we got to have a talk about him. It's been awful. And then he comes up and hits the walk-off bomb. But then, Chris, let me ask you this. And I know it's late. I got to get you out of here.
No, but I'm trying to show you something. Look at this.
He hit the RBI double to win you game 2 against Bama.
Just perfectly extended, outer half.
God, look at that ass.
That ass is flexed.
Golly.
You
right over the heart of the plate.
Listen, you let that big Bear get his paws out there. He's going to send it a long way.
He reminds me of a Georgia Mark McGuire so much.
Less juice, but yes. Less juice. Yeah.
No, I mean the juice is all in his ass.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a whole gallon of apple juice per cheek.
No, I mean he's that big guy. You need. Again, I don't want to make it sound like I was shitting on LSU's lineup.
No, I know that you're not. I know that you're not.
I know Dickinson has pop, but like we talked about it today with like Mikey and Jay Mitch. I thought the approach tonight was.
No, I agree with you. It was horrible.
You got to scratch and claw a run or two, and it's like everybody was trying to play hero up there for a little bit, and it's like against a guy like that. I mean, dude, the kid Marcus Phillips is going to throw. He's going to be 96, 97. Like, you might need to win.
All right. If it were me and you talking, so Chad, you can't ever hold this one against me. LSU has struggled against left-handed pitchers. They've struggled. When Snead came in, I was like, here's the thing. When Snead came in, and I know that he's been their guy, the problem is, Chris, they touched his ass. Like, I mean, the ball, I wrote this down because LSU does the exit velocities. The first error Ethan Fry hit, the big chopper, came off the bat at 102.
Those balls were scorched. Those
balls were scorched. So it's, again, even in the airs, the balls are hit fucking hard.
Yeah.
I don't check. You can never hold this against me. It's just a personal opinion. I don't have any statistics behind this. I feel like they don't see lefties well at all. At all.
Yeah, I mean,
Kay Fisher, Auburn.
Yeah.
They didn't, I don't mean no disrespect to Kay Fisher, but LSU made, everybody was worried about Sammy Dutton. Well, Sammy Dutton's been good against everybody. It was Kay Fisher that made you look Rudy Poo. I use a Rudy Poo at 2:33 in the morning.
Yeah.
All right. Chris Phillips, go get some shutout. We'll see you tomorrow.
Dude, hey, per sources, you've told the people, right?
I've told the people. You do know what happened the last time I went to an LSU baseball game, huh?
I don't.
Dylan Cruz line drive double into left field, and the LSU Tigers would go to Omaha. And the last two times that you went to an LSU event, the first two times that you ever went, they hit a walk. It's a walk off.
I thought they were all like this. I'm not familiar with the Northwestern State midweek. How about that? That team tonight, that was the one that got run ruled by Northwestern State. So, folks, my message:
midweek games matter.
LSU baseball folks are great, but hey, I'm not going to tell LSU baseball fans how to baseball fan. But hey,
calm down.
Hey, listen, you got one of the best coaches in the country. You got one of the best teams in the country, one of the best programs in the country. You're not going to win the national title every year or go to Omaha every year, but you got a product to be proud of. So just rock with them. Baseball is a long, long season. And sometimes, Blake, in this game, you need to get punched in the fucking face. And you need – the beautiful thing about baseball, I'll leave you on this. Nolan Ryan had one of my favorite quotes. The necessary thing and the beautiful thing about baseball is sometimes you want to and have to get punched in the gut and you have to respond to adversity. That's the beautiful part of it. You get tomorrow in this game. So Tennessee's thinking the same way, but LSU thought the same way. Thank God you get another game. Thank God LSU's at bats get another game. You get another game. So let's all be grateful we show up to the ballpark tomorrow. So,
all right. Chris Phillips, SEC Unfiltered.
I'll see you tomorrow, Blake.
See ya. All right. Our buddy. Fantastic. Love him to death. All right. We're out of here with him. I will not see you tomorrow unless you're at the game. Till then, we'll see you. Peace.